Hi, my name is Dr. Tim Clare with ProHealth and Wellness Chiropractic of Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is...
I'm Dr. Marcus Dunn.
And today we're starting our second part. Part one was Dr. Dunn's testimony about why he chose chiropractic, or as we like to say, chiropractic chose us. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I was also found through chiropractic. I was injured. I was playing high school football. My dad was in the military, so we moved up and down the East Coast. I went to 3 different high schools, and on my third high school, I was playing football, and I was running back, fullback at the time, and I went through a hole and made a cut, and I saw this guy out there, and I turned and I went to hit him, and when I hit him, my head snapped to the side. And I felt what you can only think of or imagine is like 1,000 knives basically cutting off my arm. That's the way I described it for the longest time. It was a burner. Where you have a pinched nerve and it shoots it down the arm, radiates all the way down through it. And so every point after that, certain hits, certain moves I would do when I'd be playing, it would hit me again. And I actually have video of me running off the field, because after it would go and I'd feel like it was going to cut off my arm, it would go completely numb. And I'd be paralyzed in my arm for about 5 minutes. And so you'd see me running off the field kind of like this, and then 5 minutes, a couple minutes later, I'd be on the field again, and hit just wrong, off the field I go again, and this kept going on and on and on, and my coaches recognized that if I was going to have any type of season at all, and I was being recruited to play college football, so they started taking me to, my mom, she first took me to the GP, and my general practitioner said, well, guess what? You've got a pinched nerve in your neck, your season's over, you're done. Here's painkillers, muscle relaxers, and stay off your neck. That was the brunt of it. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm a senior in high school. My goal is to play college football. I love football. I want to continue on. I want to be a doctor, but I want to play. And like any kid, you're going to do whatever you have to do, whether it was playing through the pain or not. And that's what I had basically decided to do. I was going to play through the pain. So my coaches found me an orthopedist and took me there. My coaches then took me to a physical therapist, where they created these new braces. And a lot of times you see those football horseshoe pads today. I had the precursor. They took and they molded this big thing up on the side, and there it was. And I almost started looking like the Terminator running around. Finally, they turn around and they say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take your helmet, because none of these things were working. We're going to take your helmet and we're going to actually attach a strap. I'm going to strap it to your shoulder pads so that your head can't move. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm not a claustrophobic person, but I'm thinking I'm going to be at the bottom of this pile. My head's going to be stuck in a bunch of mud. I'm going to suffocate because I can't turn my head. Like, this is not a good idea. And my mom, she finally says, you know what, we're going to have to do something different. She said, I'm going to send you to my chiropractor. And this is, she didn't know much about chiropractic. Her chiropractor didn't really educate her much on that. She said, he's going to go, he works on my sciatica, or sciatica, my sciatica. And I don't know if he can help you with your neck issue, but I'm going to send you down there. So I'm at practice, and this is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My appointment's at 4:30. My mom's come to get me, and I'll never forget telling the coaches, hey coach, I got to leave practice early. And the coach is like, great, what's going on? And I'm like, well, my mom's taking me to see a doc. Fantastic, who is it? What does he do? And I had never heard the word chiropractor before, so I have no clue what a chiropractor is. I have no preconceived notions. I've never heard good or bad or in between. I just knew this was the doctor that my mom was telling me I had to go see. And again, she was going to pay for it, so it was all good. So I tell them, I said, I don't know, it's some chiropractor. And they circle the wagons. They tell me that they're quacks, they're voodoo doctors, they're witch doctors, they're going to hurt me, they could even kill me. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh my gosh, now these are my coaches, and I love my coaches. They're like surrogate dads, though I love my dad. But you listen to your coaches. And I had to make a decision at that point. Was my mom trying to kill me, or did she really love me? And I had to believe my mom truly loved me. So I said, I'm going to go see this guy and see what he can do. Long story short, he adjusts me, and he takes care of me. In a matter of 3 or 4 visits, that goes away and clears up. The only bad part of that is the fact that he never educated me, unlike you. He actually didn't go through and teach me about chiropractic, didn't teach me about taking care of your spine and your spinal health so long term you can be healthy. So as I was going through college and I was studying and I was looking at it, I thought more and more about my chiropractic experience, and realized that though my neck was never 100% fixed, it was a whole lot better than what it was. And that I was choosing either becoming a medical doctor, or I was looking at dentistry or podiatry. I was looking at all those things. And I said, if I hadn't gone to see a chiropractor, I would have never I would have never gotten my college scholarship, which I did. I would have never gotten inducted into as a Scholar Athlete of the Year into the New England High School Football Hall of Fame. You know, I would have never had some of the accolades. I would have never met the people. I would have never had the opportunities that I had if I hadn't seen the chiropractor. So it made that big of an impact on me. And my caveat was when I went to school, if I don't like it, I'm going back to medicine because I have no idea what this is.
Right.
And if it is crazy voodoo witch, I'm not doing it. And it just made a lot of sense to me. It was very logical.
Yeah.
Bones out of place, putting pressure on a nerve, things dysfunction from that point on. If you take that pressure off, the body's healthy.
Yeah.
And so that's my story.
Very cool.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.